Hello students, and welcome back to another online music activity. So today we're going to do just one little activity, but we're going to need some props from your house. So you'll notice I have a few things on the table here in front of me. So the three things that you're going to need for today are a small book, probably soft cover like this one that I've got. This one is called Teach Like a Pirate, but it doesn't matter what the book is. Soft will be good so that you can set it on the table as a bit of a drum pad. And then, because you probably don't have any real drumsticks kicking around, grab 2 pencils or pens or long markers or something like that. I grabbed 2 unsharpened pencils so they'd be as long as possible. Find some long, skinny, light sticks like this in your house, and we'll be ready to go. Now, before we get started on our drumming activities today, we need to do a little bit of review. So, this kind of note here, I hope you recognize. I wonder if you remember what its name is. Maybe you remember, maybe you don't. This kind of note is called a quarter note. Everyone say quarter note. A quarter note, just like a quarter is 1/4 of a dollar, a quarter note is called that because we can fit 4 of them into a measure of 4/4 time. So here's our quarter note. And its sound that it makes is do. Clap that and say that. Yeah, one sound, one beat. It's that simple. Do. So if we put 4 of them together in a measure, our pattern would be do, 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 do. Now these ones here are called eighth notes. Now if you're really good at fractions, you would know that an eighth is smaller than a fourth. In fact, 2/8 can make up 1/4 or 1/4. So these are going to have to happen quite a bit faster. Our eighth notes say do day. Do you hear how there's 2 of them? Try that. Do day. So if we put all of these into one measure, we can fit 8 of them in there because they're 1/8 each. So we have this pattern if we have all eighth notes. Do day, do day, do day, do day. Okay, we have a few other notes we might recognize. This guy here, as you can see, takes up a little more space. That round center on the note head tells us this is a half note. A half note gets 2 counts. It's longer. It's half of those 4 beats in the measure. So our half note, we will have to stretch it out a little bit. We can say it like this. Do, do. Do you hear how it has 2 beats to it? You try it. Do, do. So if we can fit 2 of them into a measure because they each get half of those 4 beats, our pattern would sound like do, do. And finally, we've got this guy. This guy is our whole note. Now, just like if you had the whole pie, it's everything. So it's going to take up all 4 beats of this measure. And so we have to count out those beats as we stretch out the sound, like this. Do. Yeah, you have to count in your head 1, 2, 3, 4 sounds to make sure it gets the right length. Do. So those are the kinds of notes we can use, but we also have rests where it takes up space in our measure but doesn't get any sound. So here is the equivalent of our 1 beat of sound. The quarter note got 1 sound. The quarter rest is worth 1 beat, but doesn't get any sound. So we can just say rest. No sound made, but 1 beat. Rest, 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 rest. If we've got 2 beats of rest together, we can do a half rest. The half rest, just like the half note, gets 2 counts, but again, it's no sound. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. And of course, our whole rest. But we're not going to use our whole rest because that would be no sound at all in our pattern, and that's not very fun to play. Okay, time to try some patterns with our improvised drumsticks and our drum pad. Now we have a problem with our drums. We were just doing those half notes and whole notes, which are longer than one beat, so the sound holds for a long time. But can we play a long-lasting sound with a drumstick? Let's find out. That doesn't last very long. That's pretty short and gone. So one thing we do on drums, if you're using drumsticks on a drum head that can't hold the sound for a long time, for a half note or whole note or any long note like this, we're going to do what we call a roll. And it's called a roll because your drumsticks are just going to keep rolling across the drum. So I'm holding on very lightly here, so these are floppy, and I can roll like this. Fast, small motions. If you try to go too big, it's not going to be very fast because it takes more time to travel. So keep it small and tight. Let's try some half notes. My turn, your turn. Do, do. 1, 2. 1, 2. Keep it rolling for all of the 2 counts from the very beginning to the end. What about a whole note? Do, do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that we know those, we're ready to try some patterns here. All right, we're ready to get drumming. Just for fun, we'll drum along with a little bit of a backtrack so that it sounds like maybe we're drumming in a band or something. But we'll do this. We'll do some patterns, so I'll play a pattern first and you can echo it right back. All of these patterns will have exactly 4 beats in them, so they'll go pretty quick. And when your turn is done, after you echo it back, stop right away so that you can hear the next one, because I won't wait for you. You have to be ready. Let's see if you can keep up and follow these patterns. 1, 2, here I go. Do, do, do-day-do. Do-day-do, do-day-do. Do-day-do-day-do, do. Do-day-do-day-do-day-do. Do-do-day-do, do. Do-do-day-do-day-do. Do, rest, do, rest. Do, 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 rest. Do-day, rest, do, rest. Do-day, do, rest, rest. Do. Do, do. Do, do, do. Do, do-day, do. Do. Awesome. Thanks for playing along with me. Let's try some of those patterns in an actual song now. I think you'll all know this song. It's a very common round to sing. Remember, a round is a song that one group starts singing from the beginning, and then a little while later, another group starts singing from the beginning so that they overlap. We won't do the round today, but let's sing it so that we get it in our heads. I think you'll recognize this song. It goes, "Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing. Ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong." By the way, if you look at the sheet music over here, do you see some words that get a long sound, those half notes, where we'll stretch them out with a roll? Look carefully. Yeah, I see John and ding, ding, dong. So Brother John and ding, ding, dong. Let's try this song together. If you can sing while you play, that will be perfect. Here we go. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing. Ding, dong. Ding, ding. Repeat. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing. Ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. And the end. Always stop at the end. Awesome. Thanks for doing a little bit of drumming with me